Well, hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Eek Acres. I'm coming up here up the trail where the trail cam is. I got to put the SD card back in it because I checked it this morning because last night I started hearing stuff in the woods again, and what I was hearing last night was odd, and it continued on for probably a good half an hour. And I didn't do any videoing with my camera because I know it wouldn't have picked it up. I use the phone. That's what I'm using, is my smartphone. That's what I make all my videos with. And it just wouldn't pick it up because the further away from the phone you get, the fainter sound becomes. And it was far enough away to where I wouldn't have captured it. So I came up here looking around, and I got my SD card and I checked the trail cam, and it's got several clips on there. Most of them are deer. And one clip is of a coyote that came right here, right through where I'm standing. I am on the game trail right now that comes down out of these woods, crosses right here, and then goes down this bank and through this gully, and it continues all the way over there through the woods. And how far it goes, I have no idea, but this is where all the game cross. So sooner or later, I'll get a bear on the trail cam. But last night, what I heard, and I thought I'd come looking around, is I heard a stick. Well, I'm going to grab one and I'm going to show you guys. A stick about this size. So it wasn't like a tree knock. It was a stick. This is exactly what it sounded like. That's what I heard last night. A small stick tapping against a small sapling, just like what I'm doing right here. That's what I heard, and I'm standing way back down there on the back deck listening to that. And then down there, way down at the bottom of this gully, is the creek, and it goes all the way down, and and the water runs underneath the bridge of our trail that's down there at the other end of the property. And it's full of rocks, big rocks, flat ones, like slate. But I heard stones about the size of a quarter being thrown down into the creek, and the rocks ricocheting off the rocks that are down in the creek, hitting them, and then it would bounce and then hit another rock and then another rock, you know, just like you were throwing rocks down into the creek. After I heard the tapping of the stick. And I'm like, what in the hell is doing that? Because what can throw rocks, right? Well, if that wasn't weird enough, I came up this trail, and you guys can see how clear this trail is. Look, it's all dirt, very, very clear. Well, right there where I'm pointing in front of my trail cam was this bright yellow shotgun shell laying right on the trail. We go up and down this trail all the time, you guys. I've never seen this. And if you look, it's rusted and it's old, and it's even got debris inside, like from bugs and that. So this has been in the woods a long, long time. Could something have picked this up and carried it with its mouth? Yes, it's possible, but there's no chewing on it anywhere. No bite marks. And I don't know of any animal that would pick up something that's plastic and have no use for it. It's not food, and would carry it. There's no reason to do that. No reason at all. But this was laying right on the trail like that, right in plain view, if you can see that. And like I said, we come up and down this trail, and I haven't seen this. Now, the guy that lived here, the hoarder, his name was Chuck. He was an avid deer hunter, so this is probably one of his shells. But where did it come from? Where did it come from? We've been cleaning this property. We've been maintaining this property, and I haven't run across any shotgun shells, especially since we've done work on this trail that you see going down the woods behind me. This was not on the trail until this morning when I came up here, and this was laying right on the trail. I don't know where this came from, but it's going to go in my pocket because it's going to get thrown away. And so then I continued up this trail all the way over to the lean-to, and there's nothing. There's nothing disturbed. There's nothing different. There's nothing that has changed. But whatever comes up here and messes around. Now, this is kind of interesting. I just now noticed this. That's actually in the ground. Let me show you guys this. I just spotted this just right now. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. This thing is stabbed in the ground and the bark is just peeled right off of it. Look at that. That's indicative of like what a buck would do, but let me see if I can. That fell and it stabbed into the ground. But look at how the bark is just peeled off of it. I'm being eaten alive by mosquitoes, you guys, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here. But look at that. It was stuck right here in the ground. Where was that hole? Right there. It was stuck in there just like that. And I didn't do that, you guys. So that fell from up above. But look at how that bark is just shredded off of there. Is this what something? Here's a stick laying here. I don't know if that's what I was hearing or not, because even this one has the bark just shredded off of it. That is really, really strange. It's just shredded. Totally debarked. But that fell from up above somewhere. I don't know where, but it's in the ground quite deep. Quite deep right there. And I did not do this, you guys. It's something that I noticed, so I'm going to leave it. I got to stab it in there. That must have fell with a force for it to stick in the ground like that, but that's something that I just noticed. And that wasn't there before, because here's the trail where we come up and down the trail right here. And that is right there, so I would have seen that. So that's new. Not saying that means anything at all. You know, probably don't mean anything. It's just that, what the hell took all the bark off of this like that? Look at that. Whatever is screwing around up here in these woods at night, the trail cam isn't getting it. And it's not the fault of the trail cam. The trail cam works as it should. It gets a lot of wildlife. It works and does the job exactly as it's designed to do. It's up to me on where I mount it. But wherever I mount it, it never captures whatever is screwing around in these woods at night, late at night. It just has a way to be eluded from being recorded. And I don't understand it. Now, when we had the barn sale and our neighbors came down and met us, very nice people. We stood there and talked with them for quite some time. And they said the only thing they had happen up at their place, way up on the other side of this property, is they had a small black bear on their back porch, and it knocked their camp chairs all over the place, their folding lawn chairs. And then when they turned the lights on, they caught a glimpse of the hind end of it just as it was going up and over the railing. So it was on their porch. So it's only a matter of time before I get a bear on my trail cam, because I've been capturing everything else. But I'll show you guys in this video some of the clips that we got last night and this morning. And that coyote was just here yesterday, and he crossed right there. He crossed. Small coyote, all by himself. So I'll put that footage in here so you guys can see it. But I have no idea what's making those noises up there in the woods at night as I'm out here on the back deck with the lights on. And it's always up in far enough in the dark to where you can't see it. And even if I shine a flashlight on it, which I've done, I've come out here with a bright flashlight, I've shown the flashlight up into the woods, I've even looked up through the trail, you don't see a thing. And last night, as it was messing around, a stick tapping against a stick and then rocks being thrown down into the gully, and it wasn't a person because there was no headlamps, there was no flashlights, and you guys, you cannot walk through these woods without tripping. There is so much debris and limbs and branches and sticks and fallen trees all throughout the woods. You would trip and fall and kill yourself if you were up here screwing around in the woods in the pitch black of night. So it's not a person doing it, because I've been watching for that. But last night I grabbed a couple rocks that we have here in the driveway, the new stone that we had put down, and I'll show you the size that I've been using. We had more stone put down in the driveway, and this is the size rocks I was using last night. And I was taking the rocks and I was just throwing them up in the woods. Just, see, you can't even hear that. I was throwing them up into the woods to see if whatever it was would take off running, if I could scare it. Nothing. I wanted to see if it would take a rock and throw it back at me. Nothing. Didn't affect anything. So I have no idea, but I sure wish I could get whatever is doing it on camera, because it's not a small animal. It's not a deer. I have no idea what the hell it was, you guys. I haven't seen any bucks going through the area. Now this fall, during rut season, with as much deer footage as I get, I'm sure I'm going to get some beautiful video of some really nice trophy buck that will pass through this property this fall. But until then, it's just been doe and turkey, and that's pretty much it. And then I got the coyote, and but sooner or later, I'm eventually going to get a bear on video. But yeah, I have no idea what goes on up in these woods after dark, because I hear the strangest things, and it continues. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.